Hello again. Like many people, I have no time at all for any foolishness which requires me to confirm that I am actually a man. My Christian name, to say nothing of the moustache, should make my sex readily apparent to the meanest intelligence. These outward displays of maleness, though, are no longer enough in this modern world of ours. People are called upon to state their pronouns, that is to say, how they would like people to refer to them when they are not present. Before going any further, I must add that to be worried about how people refer to you when you're not there is a bit neurotic anyway. I mean, what can it matter to anybody how people describe them when they're not there? I assume that people mention me in my absence generally say he or his, but I really don't care if they talk about me as she. How could that possibly affect me? We don't use pronouns to people's faces, you see, only when they aren't around. If anybody watching this video wishes to refer to me as she, or it, or anything else they want, you go right ahead, it's nothing to me. I digress. There's now a mania for asking people their pronouns. This happened to me a couple of weeks ago. The circumstances don't matter, but I simply said, truthfully, that I didn't mind and it was up to the person concerned. This wouldn't do, though, because something had to be written down. I invited the person to choose for herself what she wanted to call me, but this wouldn't do, really. The end result was that I was made to feel like some kind of crank, whereas my perception was that it was the people who devised this silly business who are the cranks. Organisations and also potential employers have now found a way to make awkward customers like me play ball when it comes to this particular game. In the description to this video, I give a link to an application for a job with a design company. Click on it and scroll down until you come to the bit that says apply for this job. Click on that and you'll find a standard online application form. Usual stuff, name, address, previous experience and so on. But then we come to a box headed, please give your preferred pronoun, he, she, they. Filling in this box is mandatory. You'll see that it's marked with a red asterisk. If you fill out the rest and try and submit the application, it won't work, not until you've given your pronouns. This is an example of what psychologists call a nudge, designed to change our behaviour and way of thinking. It's a small enough thing, but if you don't start playing the trans game, then don't think you'll be given a chance of applying for a new job. I've seen other instances of this lately on application forms at which I've looked, including one for nationality, which was similarly compulsory. If you're from this country, you could be British, Scottish, Welsh or Irish, but not, of course, English. If you're insisting on not choosing one of these, you couldn't upload the form. This move towards using little nudges to change our ways of behaving and thinking is being seen in other areas lately. It's bad enough not being able to apply for a job unless you agree to play the pronoun game, but even worse is being denied the opportunity to make electronic transfers of money. I also give a link in the description of this video to a news item about PayPal closing down the accounts of organisations which are not in favour of transsexualism and all the rest of it. PayPal say that this is hate speech and that they will not deal with people who will not follow the modern trend about pronouns and all the rest of it. This is another nudge, punishing people with the wrong ideas on this subject. I don't hate anybody, but at the same time I still don't care what pronouns people use to describe me. Even this indifference is enough to get me into hot water, though, in some places. We're going to see more of this in the future, especially since the use of money is on the decline. Suppose that your bank requires you to give pronouns and you refuse. Do you think they might close your account? What about Amazon and YouTube? I can see which way the wind is blowing here, and we're moving in the direction which means that people like me who will not go along with silly fads like this are going to have their lives made very difficult until they comply. In the meantime, viewers are very welcome indeed to use any pronouns they please when referring to me, and if they'd rather think of me as she or indeed an inanimate object, that's great.